India-China relations appear to be witnessing a cautious diplomatic thaw, with the two countries holding the 25th round of Special Representatives talks. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval met Chinese Foreign Minister Wang and held a candid and in-depth discussion on the boundary question, bilateral ties and regional and international issues, according to the readout of both countries. They were all discussed. While the Indian readout said that the two sides agreed to continue working towards a political settlement, China said that they would advance boundary delimitation negotiations while seeking a fair and reasonable, mutually acceptable package settlement in accordance with the political parameters agreed in 2005. Neither side repeated the early harvest formulation that featured in their previous Special Representatives meeting in August of 2025. It is a piecemeal strategy raised by China in 2017 to settle easier parts of the border before resolving the entire dispute. Now, it was the third round of Special Representatives talks since India and China ended their military standoff in eastern Ladakh in October 2024, which had frozen diplomatic and political ties between the two Asian giants for 4 years. During the meeting on Tuesday, India and China acknowledged the progress made in implementing the critical consensus reached by Prime Minister Modi and President Xi Jinping during their meeting in Kazan in October 2024 and then in Tianjin in August 2025. Both sides expressed satisfaction regarding the steady resumption of people-to-people and cross-border exchanges, including the ongoing Kailash Mansarovar Yatra and border trade through the 3 designated border trading passes. In his opening remarks, NSA Doval said that the return to normalcy in bilateral ties was a direct result of both sides maintaining peace and tranquility along the border. Wang Yi, meanwhile, pressed the countries to draw upon historical experience, place the boundary question in its proper context within the overall bilateral relationship, and move beyond steadily. He underscored the significance of India-China ties, saying the relationship had moved beyond the bilateral sphere and acquired global significance. The developments come ahead of potential meeting between Prime Minister Modi and President Xi at the SCO summit next week in Kyrgyzstan and the BRICS summit to be hosted in New Delhi come September. And there has been no announcement from either government on whether Xi Jinping will travel to India for this summit. But Doval's mention of the BRICS summit is likely a hint that he will be visiting Delhi. And earlier we spoke to Major General Sudhakar ji on this issue. Here's what he shared.
India should look at an objective of controlled stabilization. What I mean is that we must have the diplomatic engagement without compromising our national interest. We must try and restore useful exchange without creating a situation where the unresolved boundary issue is put as a secondary matter or factor. So the boundary issue must continue to occupy the center stage in a relationship, mindful of the fact that much of our dependency on China is pretty high as far as the raw material is concerned to make our very doctrine and concept of Atmanirbhar Bharat in an early time frame. If we really want to speed up, you look at anything, be it the electronic products or the rare earth element or any other issue, or solar cells or the EV, electric vehicle products, or the critical minerals, etc., etc. Our percentage of dependence ranges between 40% to almost about 95%. Some of them cases are actually as high as 100%. So keeping this in the back of the mind, we need to calibrate our approach till such time we attain a target of 10 to 15 trillion US dollar GDP. I suppose my suggestion to the government of India would be to restructure our approach, be very cautious, because China as a country, going by the historical sense, cannot be trusted. They say something, they do something. So we need to look at it from the short-term, medium-term, and long-term perspective, then get going ahead. And the center of our relationship should be to resolve the boundary issue as early as possible.